Hello, everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. I hope you're all doing very, very well. Welcome back to another evening show where we go through all of the latest Chelsea news. We're going to be talking about Cole Palmer and the Ballondor. He's finished 8th. We're also going to be previewing the Lincoln game as well as touching on anything else that is relevant. Listen, Nina, I haven't had you on a live show in ages, and
It's been a while, mate.
it has been a while. I mean, to be fair, you hosted quite a lot of them. So, I mean, you just had your wisdom tooth out, if I'm not wrong.
I'm a
Is it
wisdom tooth.
one
One down, mate. Huh?
So you've got one out, and there's another one there.
Yes, there's another one on the other side, and then there's two more at the top. So there's two.
So is it just like a ticking time bomb?
Basically, yeah. So,
Right.
advice to everyone: if you've got problems with your wisdom teeth, get them out. ASAP. It hurts. It's not nice. You can't eat, can't speak, can't sleep, but in the long term, you got to. But yeah, we're back now. I can speak. That was like my biggest fear. Nina not speaking. What do you mean?
What are we gonna do?
What are we gonna do? Yeah, someone will help. But yeah, we're back, mate. It's good to be back.
Phantom says who won? I don't know who won the Ballondor. Do you know, Nina? Have you seen
not
know? No, honestly.
Really? Yeah, Dembele won it. Yeah.
Oh, he won it. Oh, fair enough, Dembele.
Yeah.
No, I was looking when I was at work, and I was like, they were going through the top. They did like the top 20 or whatever, and I was like, oh, what? They're just taking so long. What is going on? Also, I saw tweets saying that people were getting charged to watch it. I was like, really? People are actually paying to watch the Ballon d'Or. Who does that?
I don't remember the last time I watched it. I just always wait to see who won. Is it really?
That's like paying to watch. Maybe not quite the same, but like the UEFA Champions League draw. There's more hype for the UEFA Champions League draw from my side than there is for.
But loads of people don't really believe in the Ballon d'Or anyway, so most people don't really pay too much attention to it in the first place.
I'm not bothered by it, to be honest with you. I do think that it was a serious competition, but I think when you have people like Ronaldo and Messi, it just became a little bit not political, but people just had agendas, and they wanted Messi to win or Ronaldo, and it was, I don't know. But listen, it'd be nice. It's nice having like different winners now. At least we can have a conversation about who it might be instead of already knowing. Big up to Stephen. I hope you're doing well. Palmer finishing 8th shows his talent, and Clown Lake will use that to make pure profit from his sale soon. Late again. Hey, listen, Stephen. Beggars can't be choosers. We made it work. Come on, you got to give us some credit. It's a late night stream. Daniel says, well deserved for Palmer. Hopefully he can recover from that groin injury. Would you send him for surgery or not? Nina, what's your take on that?
As much as I hate to say it, if surgery is on the table and it's even being discussed, then maybe there's a reason for that. And you can't really escape that, or you can't fight that. Do you know what I mean? Like, if surgery is needed and it kind of has to be done, as much as it pains me that we'll have him out for a long time. Like, he can't be managed the way he is at the moment, getting injections, game in, game out, potentially seeing whether he's okay on the day and then having to come off 20-30 minutes later because he's not feeling up to par. So it's a bit of a problem, but it's kind of the same situation as Enzo Fernandez, if you remember, when he had his issues and he was just being managed game in, game out, and actually in the long term we saw that it wasn't worth it and he needed to get the help he needed. So yeah, I'm concerned, and it's not exactly like he can shut it out, because even when he does seem match fit, he still looks like he's in pain. Like, do you remember when the camera panned to him at the end of the Bayern Munich game and he looked like he was in pain? So then that tells me it's an ongoing issue. If he's feeling it, then he needs to do something about it. So maybe he will get surgery.
When we were at the United game, at first we all thought it was a tactical sub, and then obviously we found out that it was an injury.
Yeah,
that's always been like the biggest fear of Chelsea fans is Palmer getting injured, more so than even James, because no disrespect to James, but I think Gusto's a good player who can fill in quite nicely when you play him in the right way. But I don't really look at anyone else and go, you're going to replace Palmer.
Yeah, and no offense, but Reece James doesn't score 25 goals for us either, does he? So yeah, you're right. I mean, it's not really a contest of who's more important. It just means like us without Cole Palmer, it's a difficult team, and I know it's a difficult situation because as much as we say that he's not the only guy, he is a pretty important guy. Do you know what I mean? Like he creates so much for us. He's the most creative player. His output is great. He's so consistent, more than any other player in that the attacking department. So he will be missed. Like we can't kid ourselves. And like you say, if you talk about a backup or if you talk about who replaces him, I think there's a significant drop off of what Cole Palmer offers in that position to anyone else who comes in. So that's what you actually also have to take into consideration. We're a weekend signed without Cole Palmer. It's as simple as that.
I think 8th is well deserved, absolutely well deserved. Although, if I'm not wrong, that's a lower finish than he had the previous season. He had a better season before. So I'm not really sure about the logic. I guess Chelsea were better. We won the Club World Cup.
Yeah, Club World Cup. Just a combination of a couple seasons now. The same numbers, pretty much, same output, consistent. But yeah, everyone else above him won a domestic title and a Champions League. So 8th is pretty good, isn't it, for him?
No, it is good, to be fair. Why did you have Bruno in your FPL team this week? Well, I mean, that's literally the only thing that I can laugh about. I was like, Don, he's in my fantasy. Don was like, shut the fuck up. So, yeah, I mean, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. I've taken Bruno out, to be fair. I've actually taken him out after that because I put Haaland in. You've got fantasy football, Nina?
No, I don't do fantasy. Never have. Don't like it. Don't read it. Don't do it.
Why?
No. Just a number of reasons. Firstly, because I suck at updating anything to save my life. Secondly, I'm the person that can't really root for another player and or just be a little bit happy that he got a hat trick and he scored. I don't know. I don't like it.
You know what I've found? It helps me keep in touch with like everything that's going on around the league.
Yeah.
And I never had a reason to like check on a Palace score or a Bournemouth score. And now, you know, I'm like, oh, a Palace getting a clean sheet because I've got Mark Gurhey in my team or a Semenyo done something. So it's almost like I'm scouting players from other teams just because they're in mine. But I don't know. I was a big fan of it, and then I sort of went off it, and now I'm back in.
Now you're picking Bruno Fernandes.
How did Messi not win? I know.
Damn it.
Daylight robbery. I mean, do you think it's deserved, Nina? Because I mean, some people might say that Yamal could have won it. I know Doué was in the conversation.
This time will come though, won't it? It's ridiculous. Like Yamal will win a Ballondor. Surely he will. Yeah. So yeah, it's deserved. I don't know. I mean, I think it was quite obvious, right? Maybe some people made shouts for Rafinha. He's been incredible, but definitely Dembele was up in there and he's won. Yeah, I think he's deserved it.
So let's go straight on to let's touch briefly on Manchester United, and then we're going to be talking about the Lincoln game, upcoming away day we've got in the Carabao Cup. Hopefully we don't have a Grimsby episode, but I don't think we will. In fact, if I'm not wrong, Lincoln's not far from Grimsby. That's what people have told me. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, what?
Let me know in the chat. I think Grimsby's quite close to Lincoln.
As a place?
Or... Yeah, as a place. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Like on the map. I haven't checked it, but somebody told me, and I was like, I'll just take your word for it because I think they have family in Grimsby. So I was like, okay. But yeah, hopefully we don't have another one of those episodes. Let's just touch on what Jamie Carragher said because we know how Chelsea fans feel about him, but I thought this was quite an interesting sort of quote. He said, "My big problem with Chelsea is not to do with Moresca as such. It's the 3.5 years with the money that's been spent and you turn up at Old Trafford with that goalkeeper and those centre-backs." I'm presuming you obviously watched the game, Nina, but I don't think he's really saying anything that's wrong in that statement. I mean, we can say what we want about Carragher, but this quote, I think a lot of fans will agree with it.
You can delete Jamie Carragher and put Nina Hristova, and the quote still stands there exactly as it is. So, yeah, what is there to disagree with there, unfortunately? And Alex, me and you have spoken about this so much. I told you first game of the season how I felt about our defence, even then when that wasn't even the problem of not beating Crystal Palace. Still told you I'm looking at the whole season. What we have in defence isn't good enough. You know how I feel about Robert Sanchez. I don't think he is good enough for Chelsea over 38 games in a Premier League season. No matter how good his good games can be, for me, his bad games and the bad moments he has in games outweigh anything good he does. And I can't turn my head away from that because it's just simply way too damaging sometimes. The decisions he makes. It's not just about the red cards. Do you know what I mean? Of course, everyone's angry about it, but for me, it's such a larger scale of Robert Sanchez's mistakes. I could pull apart so many games where our goalkeeper shouldn't be the hottest topic after a game. Often he is, and that's a problem if it's in a negative way. Do you know what I mean? If you're talking about your goalkeeper as much as you are. So yeah, he is right. Carragher is right in what he says there. Centre backs too. Like, do we have the depth? We can barely really pick a regular starting centre back pairing for one reason or another. Let alone talk about depth. That's an issue.
Yeah, the thing is, our depth is actually pretty good, Nina. You can't deny it. On paper, it is good. But
not in defence, Alex.
Even with with Colwell, I think that it's all right. I think that it's more than like I wouldn't have any question marks about us getting top 4. I mean, if that's the conversation we're having, I mean, if you talk about a title race, different conversation. I'll agree with you there. But
that's what we really should be looking at. Do you know what I mean?
We should be looking at it. I mean, Moresca said it himself in the pre-match conference. He said that the goal, if you look at the past couple of years, Chelsea have progressed. I mean, that's true. We went from 12th to 6th to 4th. And he said the goal now is to close the gap a little bit more. And that's kind of where I am. I mean, I've always said I just want to see us improve. And improvement in this season might actually look like a regression to some people, but I would argue that retaining Champions League football while having respectable campaigns in the Champions League and other domestic competitions, it shows that we can maintain our level, which is an improvement in a lot of ways. You know what they say? It's easier to get to the top than stay there, albeit we're not at the top, but you understand the point. And yeah, I mean, as long as we close that gap and show more, show more for ourselves, and I think that we have to we have to look at it from that perspective. Like everyone who's saying we've got to go out, we've got to win trophies, I'm with you. I am 100% with you. But what trophy? Premier League? Come on.
Yeah,
we're not going to do it, Nina. So we can talk about it. We can
certainly
talk about
the
it.
Next few, we have to. Well, at least I'm aiming. That's what I'm looking at, Alex.
That's what we want. Of course, that's what we want. You know,
I want to league again.
I want to go to the gym 7 days a week. I haven't been in like 2 months. There's a lot of things that we want. So,
well, I think that's more achievable at the moment than winning the Premier League title, Alex.
Yes,
get yourself to the gym, mate.
But I tell you, I had my grandma's 80th. She's from
happy birthday.
And I went down to visit her, and we went to a restaurant, and we were a little bit late. We were 5 minutes late. We sat down. My mum was there, my grandma. First thing she said to me, Alex, you put on weight. Happy birthday, Grandma. Good to see you. So you're probably not wrong. I should be getting in the gym. But like again, just diving back to the point, as long as we see an improvement, then we have to respect that it is an improvement. Like people who shit on teams that maintain mediocrity is very different from teams that are constantly getting better and better and better and better. And when we stop getting better, then the conversation changes. But we don't have the Club World Cup to compare. We don't have the Conference League to compare. So I can't really judge us on those aspects, the 2 trophies we won. In the Premier League, we finished 4th. We scraped it. Can we now do it comfortably or finish higher? Can we get out of the league phase in the Champions League, maybe even have a decent run? Can we win a domestic cup? Those are the questions that I'm asking. And I think we can definitely win a cup. Now, based on last season, you would say Moresca doesn't care. He probably rotate heavily, and we won't win any of those competitions. But I would argue that because we don't have an easy trophy to go for, what's more attainable than anything is a Carabao or an FA Cup. And that's where we really need to look to prioritize, because like anything, Nina, like winning a trophy, you become addicted to it. You want to have it every season, and once you start winning, it's much easier to continue winning because you've done it before. So if we can have 2 seasons on the trot where we pick up 3 trophies in 2 seasons as a minimum, I mean, that is a great foundation, and that shows, contrary to what anyone thinks about Clearlake and Bowley. I mean, I'm still very much critical of the ownership when we talk about recruitment. I don't blame the board. I don't blame the Lawrence Stewart and Winstanley. I blame the owners, because they put the parameters in place to make these silly signings, the ones that didn't work. But yeah, so that's where I stand on it. I just think that we need to improve. And even though Jamie Carragher's correct, like, I mean, let's just touch on Sanchez. He was pretty good up until that point. Like, I can't say that he had a really bad game up until United. If we're going from the Club World Cup,
in the Brentford game.
You think Sanchez was poor in the Brentford game?
No, I'm joking with you. I'm just saying, what the sample size is 3-4 games before that, or
no. I'm talking from America until this point. I would say that. I mean, I was at Atlanta and I thought against LAFC was a bit shaky, but Sanchez got better and better and better. He didn't get worse. And then we actually saw moderate stability, more stability than I've ever seen from Robert Sanchez. And he's reverted back to the old, the way of old, what we know. So no doubt that he's not good enough. I'm not disputing that, but I'm just saying that in terms of what we have seen, it's probably the best Robert Sanchez that we've ever had. If we're comparing him to Pochettino last season and this season, I'd take the Robert Sanchez of this season, and that's including the red card against Man United. I mean, people might think that I'm trying to prop him up. I'm not, but I'm just saying that even with Robert Sanchez, we were able to get Champions League last season. We have a better squad than we did last year, and I think we can do it again. Yeah, that's where I am. So, yeah.
I hear you, but with Robert Sanchez, I know that there's not much better he can be. I know that, like, there is enough of a sample size now, and there's enough years for him to have shown me that, in my opinion, Robert Sanchez can't get better than what we already have. And that's an issue, because you say it's good enough for top 4, but that's all it's good enough for. And if our aspirations are higher, then that's an area we need to address and needs to change if we're ready to take the next step. Because let's be serious, Alex, you can't win the league with a goalkeeper like Robert Sanchez. Obviously, it doesn't just come down to that, but it's so hugely important. And if you look at goalkeepers from Premier League winning teams of the past, where would you even place Robert Sanchez if you had to really look at all those goalkeepers? The disparity would be so huge. And of course, it's not just down to the goalkeeper, and that isn't, but it's such a big part of it. And just with Sanchez, what I see is he has his good moments, but for me, he still lacks the very basics at times. And that's the difference between you contributing to builds up play. It's the difference between you inviting pressure for your defenders as well. Those little errors he makes are just so impactful for the whole team sometimes. And then there's consistency, like somebody's raised in the comments. There isn't enough consistency there, because he might go through 3 good games and then make a really massive mistake that becomes the talking point of the week. Then he reverts back to some good saves, and there is no doubt that Sanchez has done some very, very good things. That's fine. But if we're talking consistently over a whole Premier League season, I don't trust him to be that guy for us. And like I said, I think we've already seen his ceiling, or how good he can be. And I just don't think it's good enough for us to take that next step to be the team that we want to be. So I'm still looking at our goalkeeper and I'm thinking the Premier League side, the Chelsea side winning the Premier League, I imagine it doesn't have Robert Sanchez anywhere near it. That's just all I'm saying.
Do you think that we can finish third with Robert Sanchez?
Third?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Only if our defense improves, like, considerably. Because I still think, Alex, defensively, if you put us up against City, Arsenal, Liverpool, we're falling fourth in that ranking defensively. Like, would you not agree?
I think that we can finish third. I definitely think we can finish third. By the way, I'm a huge advocate and have been for Chalobah and Tosin for a long time. I do think that it would be good to have. I think Colwell's just. We're definitely missing Colwell.
We do miss him so much, don't we?
We do. We really do. But in terms of character, character's not everything, but it is something. I do look at Tosin and Chalobah and see two players who will roll their sleeves up. Whether they're going to improve or not, we'll obviously find out. But they don't strike me as a Badiashile, as a Fofana, as a Disasi, and I am putting Fofana in the same bracket as those players because they're unreliable. I can't count on them. And I feel like Chalobah and Tosin, I can count on these guys. I can. I really can. And we have many, many, many times. But does that mean that they should be starting every week? Obviously not. You need more quality. You need to rotate. Look at Guardiola.
Yeah, but we don't have
the
that,
options that he has in certain positions. Like, we've got that in the midfield, to be fair, without the injuries. But yeah, it's going to be a real struggle, especially if we have another injury. Then we're in big trouble. I was hoping that we might see Hato in the middle, but I just don't think we have that physical presence with Hato, and I wasn't very impressed with his performance against Brentford. Bless him. Like, honestly, I think it does take a little bit of time to settle into a new league, but I was expecting a bit more from Hato. I think we'll probably see him play against Lincoln as well, and
probably
good on him. I hope he gets some minutes, and I hope we get a clean sheet as well. I mean, that would do us a lot of good. But yeah, I think the centre backs are definitely good enough for top four, 100%. But they need support from the rest of the team, and let's not kid ourselves and act like we would have conceded, the type of goals that we did with 11 men, because we wouldn't. I don't think we would have conceded those goals. So for me, time will tell. But I think our centre backs are good enough. I really do. Not to win a title, but to maintain top four. I think the problem is, Nina, if you're playing them on a Tuesday or a Wednesday and then a Saturday, someone's going to get injured, and then we're fucked. Like, we're in a big pickle. I mean, Badiashile on the ball, like, I haven't got a problem with him. I think off the ball maybe he struggles.
Yeah, for me it's like one-on-one. I spoke to you guys about this, but it's like the one-on-one defending, they're really insecure in themselves. I think that's a huge part. And like, even against Bayern, I was so worried before the game even started of just any of our centre-backs one-on-one against like Harry Kane, for example. Like, how do you contain them? It's like obviously a real big ask, but I just feel like they're not comfortable. And even in the Premier League, like, you see it time and time again, we don't always get punished for it. Maybe sometimes with a combination of a bit of luck and a lack of precision from the opposing forwards, but it's really difficult. It is. And let's not forget, for me, Caicedo plays such a massive part. We all know this, obviously, defensively. Like, he recovers so much for us, and he really helps our centre-backs as well. So he's a big part of it as well. And I think it's a big testament to who he is as a player and what he offers. But I don't know. I'm just saying, over the course of the season, I feel really quite worried about our defence. And yeah, you're not always going to be able to outscore your opponents.
No, I'm concerned, 100%. Like, I'm definitely concerned. I was concerned after Munich, but I was like, it is Munich.
It's Bayern.
And I am definitely concerned after the United game. But I mean, that again, people talk about Moresca, people talk about all these things. Could we have done better? Absolutely. Number one blame on the goalkeeper. I'm not having this Moresca out after that United game. I'm not having it. It is such a limited way of thinking. And I said to myself, Nina, I said, I'm not doing it. I'm not getting sucked in. I was wrong. And I tell you what, if I'm going to call for this guy's head again, I'm going to be right. I'm not going to say it.
You've got to time it.
Well, I've never been a fan of sacking managers, Nina. Like,
I would have thought you would have been quite angry with Moresca after Saturday, no?
I felt sorry for him. He's got a goalkeeper that doesn't know what he's doing. That's
that's fine. I totally get that. But then after that's done, you can't really look back. You are the manager and you have to make the decision of how you deal with that situation.
You're right. I mean, listen, he basically wanted to get more numbers in the middle, which I understood. I get it. But then we conceded the second goal and you're like, damn, we are really in trouble. The problem is that because you made the substitution so early and you're taking Estevao and Neto off, you've got no threat on the counter. I thought João Pedro was brilliant.
He was a lone wolf.
He was a lone wolf.
I felt so bad for him. Imagine if just one other attacking player had stayed on. We potentially could have drawn that game. Who knows? We could have even won. Genuinely, like, I don't know. It's crazy to me because, like, I still can't get over the fact that he brought off Pedro Neto. Estevao, I understood. Fine, you've got to bring him off. You can't put Reece James or Chalobah in goal. That's understandable.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Cole Palmer, okay, again, justified by his injury. But Neto, I don't get it. Neto, literally, I said your most important player, arguably, if you're down to 10 men, because he plays for two players sometimes with his energy and the way that he can actually play a full 90 and not even look tired. His pace for a counter attack, his quality, he works his socks off. You take him off. To me, you're taking off another man. You're leaving us 9 man there because João Pedro is getting shut out, nothing to do, no support, and you know it's all overloaded. So I don't know. I can't understand Moresca's decisions, and I've just been trying to justify them for 2 days. Like, I've slept on it, and even still, like, I'm angered by it because I feel like he gave us no chance, really. He almost sent the message out to the players, yes, done. You guys can't get anything out of this game. Just play for the draw or try not to concede more than 2. And I just think it was shameful because that strips their self-esteem. Like, they're supposed to be the world champions, remember? And now we've gone to Old Trafford. Yeah, we're down 10 men thanks to Sanchez. Can't do anything about that. But at least have a little bit of belief in yourself because this is Man United side. Let's not kid ourselves. This isn't a good Man United side. It'd be quite different if we were playing Liverpool, I think, right? And you've gone down 10 men. Your decisions might be quite different. We might be able to justify them. But I just think there was a little bit too much respect there for United, and we could see that. Alex, they had 20 shots and they only scored 2 goals, maybe even more shots, I'm not too sure, but even they were walking away saying we weren't good. So imagine that. Not only did we set up defensively, we had 5 at the back, but they're walking away thinking we weren't even that good, we didn't even do that much, yet here we are, we're setting up with 5 at the back because we're afraid that we can't get a go at this United side. I genuinely believe had those decisions with the subs been different, we walk away with something from Old Trafford. I genuinely believe it. But
I agree with you to an extent. I do agree with you. I think we could have got more out of that game. I agree with you. But so when we talk about Moresca, then what's the argument? What's the argument then?
What do you mean, like specifically for that game or just overall?
Like, what's your take on it, on Moresca?
Well, I'm really disappointed after this weekend, and I feel let down by him in many ways as a fan because here we are, we're so excited for this fixture, and I know we're let down by Robert Sanchez, but then you're the manager and you're the one who's supposed to dictate how the rest of the game goes, or you make the decisions. And even when he had a second chance of redemption, Alex, to bring on an attacker when we were 10v10, when we were looking like we were creating some havoc in United's box, and they were the ones who were fearful that maybe we actually score a second, that's when you should have gone, oh, hang on a minute, let me inject another forward in there. Okay, he brought on Tyreek George, but he also brought on Malo Gusto. In that moment, don't make a like-for-like sub. You've got 10 minutes to go. Whether we lose 2 or 3-1 at that point, I don't mind if I can walk away with a draw because we've brought on another attacking player. That's better. Do you know what I mean? So bring on Tyreek George, bring on Garnacho as well, or Gittins. They're 100 million almost combined sitting there on the bench. Like, even look at Arteta yesterday against City, Alex. Like, City parked the bus. Arsenal were the ones who were invading, creating a little bit more. He brought off Timber and brought on Martinelli. He brought on an attacker for a defender. I wanted to see something a little bit similar from Moresca in that regard. Like, go in there, and what did they get? They walked away with a draw. So I'm just saying, I wanted to see a little bit more initiative from the manager in that particular game. So yeah, I'm walking away and I'm thinking, Moresca, you are now facing a little bit of adversity after that game. How do you deal with it? Because Alex, to me, that feels like Moresca may be a bit fearful going forward. I said to like Charlie earlier, are we going to set up with a back five against Liverpool and Arsenal and City, etc., when we haven't done that and apparently we're supposed to be a better team than we are? That's the thing I'm now thinking about. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, again, I think you say a lot of things which I definitely agree with. Yeah, he could have definitely done better, 100%. I mean, in terms of the substitution, he admitted that he made the 3 subs too early. Obviously, Palmer he can't control.
Yeah.
So for me, I am more forgiving than most. I know I am. Regardless of what you saw last season. If anyone's watched what I've said for years, you will know that I've been a very supportive fan generally of managers, and I'm quite empathetic. And I do think that Moresca, I think he'll be fine. I really do. I mean, this comment.
Look at how you've changed your tune.
This comment, I feel a little bit. I feel quite similar to Rubik's here. You know, long time left in the season. Not as angry as everyone else. Got a lot more games left, and only 2 points from second. Not all bad. Yeah, people act like. You know, I saw a comment earlier from. Who was it? It was Amir. Come on, Amir. Amir said if we lose against Lincoln, he needs to be sacked. Come on, people. This is not the mentality that we should be bringing in. This is like, do you know what it is? It's like, why do we have to speak this way? You know, why come on. Yeah, if Moresca was really a clown, then we'll say it how it is. We were all proven wrong. Those of you in my camp last season, we were proven wrong. Hold your hands up and accept that we have a decent manager. We have a decent manager who will not be sacked this season. He won't be sacked. And, you know, he has credit in the bank. And for me, it's one of them where just stick it on my tab, you know, pay for it later. And when the bill comes, hopefully we'll be all right. But yeah, I get the frustration. I get it. But the majority of my anger is not at the manager. It really isn't. Because even with the subs that he made, we could have got something out of that game. So from that perspective, it makes you think, well, what if? But we never knew Casemiro was going to be sent off. You know, we didn't know that. I did think it was a bit weird bringing Tyreek George on. I'll say that. I mean, I thought that was really weird.
I mean, make it make sense, Alex. He brought him on in a game not long ago, and he brought him off in the same game a few minutes later. Yet here he is. He is being the favoured substitute to come on, as opposed to
I don't understand that.
one of our other wingers. But hey, look, I think I'm not necessarily sitting here in despair about our whole season. I'm just annoyed about this game in isolation, about the decisions, because it is United. Do you know what I mean, Alex? It's Man United. Like, it's away from home. It's a game that we've wanted to win for the longest time there, and this is how it unfolds. So that's why it's got even more of a sour feeling left. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, we thought this is the year we go there, and actually that game was just anything but. Like, me and Dad were watching, and we were just thinking, and you were there, so yours isn't even worse, but like, we were just thinking, this feels like a punishment right now to watch the remainder of this game the way we are. It just felt awful.
Yeah, I mean, this is what Moresca had to say. We've got a little clip talking about the players that could potentially feature against
even if these are the games that worries me most, because that you can I don't know how to say in English, but you can sleep very easy in these kind of games. The football is full of these kind of games, and I'm very worried about that. But for sure, we have probably some few players from the academy, like we always have done.
So what's your take on that? Because basically saying that Lincoln's a game we should be winning. Players might not be taking it seriously. That's what he means when he's talking about sleeping. I think it's a very real concern. I think it's a very real concern. But also, like, don't sleep. How about that? Let's go with that approach. Just don't sleep, and you'll be fine.
It's funny, isn't it? We're not scared of Bayern Munich, but we're scared of Lincoln City. No, look, I think Moresca is just a little bit apprehensive about his mistakes from last season, specifically about how he approached the cup game against Newcastle. Do you remember the rotation, the wholesale rotation from our Premier League win against Newcastle? We went there and we totally got it all wrong. And then that's when we said Moresca didn't really approach this cup game as well as he should have. So I think maybe that's him trying to rectify that. We're obviously taking this game seriously. I think it's important. I know you're on the same page as me, but I'm quite eager to get far into these competitions and win a domestic cup. Like how many times we've been to Wembley and walked away empty-handed. I just want us to see us win an FA Cup or a Carabao. I don't really distinguish between the two. I have any. So I think it's more about us not getting ahead of ourselves. So we've gone and won this. We're going to go, obviously, I think it's an opportunity to see some players who we haven't seen before, who we maybe envisioned actually getting more game time. But I get what he means about that. He's probably one eye into Man United Grimsby's game is what he was referring to as a slip up potentially. But yeah, look, I want him to take this game seriously, of course, but rest the play, give some players some rest, right? We've got enough talent, enough quality there that we should be able to see in this cup game. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Should be fine.
Oh, Nina. I tell you what though, I was in the United stand and I said, we're gonna walk in, we're gonna get our 3 points and off we go. And I was like, I don't mean in a disrespectful way, guys, but and that's how I felt. But I don't really want to speak like that now because I feel like I've jinxed it. So just get it done, please.
Get it done, yeah. Please. Get it done and focus on Brighton at the weekend.
I mean, I want to know your score predictions in the chat as well, guys. Let us know your score predictions. We're going to be doing our predicted lineup for this game as well. So, Nina, what do you think about João Pedro? I mean, he was very isolated, but he was fantastic. I don't think he'll be starting against Lincoln, but I mean, you haven't got Delap. George maybe as a striker. Mark Guiu's not available.
Yeah. I think Tyreek George would start. I think it was quite obvious now, particularly because of the way Moresca's used him recently. He clearly favours him. Mark Guiu's not really even been making squads, so I think Tyreek George will lead the line for us. João Pedro needs a rest. At this point, with what we've got available in the league, it's looking like he's going to be playing full 90 minutes and he's going to be quite heavily relied upon. So give him a break. I think maybe an opportunity to see Garnacho start. I personally thought he maybe would have started on Saturday, but yeah, Garnacho maybe to start. I mean, obviously, let's go through it rather than me just throwing names at you. But yeah, I think we'll see quite a lot of rotation.
Yeah, I'm no Robert Sanchez, but Jorgensen didn't cover himself in glory either. That goal where the ball was in the air, people are talking about the centre backs. The centre backs deserve absolutely the stick they're getting.
He was the one who had he overhit the pass back. I can't remember to which player it was. Then it put Fofana under pressure. He had to clear it out into a corner, and then we conceded from that corner.
This is a very specific prediction, Teddy. Fair enough.
Teddy has seen into the future. 2-4. Wow. I'm more concerned that we've conceded 2 goals.
2 goals from Garnacho, 1 from Esteval. Why are we talking about the Lincoln game when it's a freebie? Don't say that, Stephen. Don't say that.
We're
please.
taking this game very seriously over here.
This is a very serious game. This is a
Did you not
serious
hear
time.
He's very worried about this game, so we all must be.
This is a serious time, and we must take it seriously. If we don't take it seriously as fans, why would the players take it seriously? Remember that. We need to be the shining example. For all we know, Buonanotte or yours, they could be watching this stream right now. This could be their pep talk, their motivation.
Yes.
Anyway, so let's get cracking with our predicted 11. Let us know in the chat, interact. Don't get ahead either, guys. We're going one position at a time. Okay. In goal, Nina, don't think there's going to be an awful lot of
Jorgensen.
yeah. We don't really have a choice there. So
no.
Jorgensen's the man.
He was probably coming on against United like, yes, this is my time. Robert Sanchez, move away.
He was probably going to play in this game anyway. That's the mad thing. And that's the only game Sanchez is banned for. Can you imagine? It's because it wasn't made with was it harmful intent? It was just blocking a goal scoring opportunity. That's why it's only one game. And I didn't even realize that was a thing. I thought if it's a red card, it's a red card. Yeah, it's like literally. So he's only banned for one game, Sanchez. So he'll be back for Brighton.
Can we have a word and extend it to 3?
Yeah, that's what we need, isn't it? Get in there with the PGML.
Okay, let's go. So Jorgensen's in goal. Then I think Malagusto at right back.
Malagusto. I'm trying to think who else is an option in that position. Well, James won't start. We can't play James. I think it makes sense to play Gusto.
Yeah.
Big up to Gusto. I'm a big fan. You know, there's some people say I give him too much credit, Nina. He's like another example. He's got credit in the bank. He's got credit there. You have a good season. You have a great season. You have a poor season. And I would say that so far this season, Gusto has been better than worse. Even the Bayern Munich game, people were quick to talk about his mistake. Nobody wanted to talk about his assist. You know, so you've got to look at every side. But yeah, I mean, this whole red card thing really surprised me. I didn't know that you could get a lesser ban. So there you go, guys. You might have learned something there. Gusto on the right. What about our centre back pairing? Who would you go with? Badiashile and Lavia are obviously out. They're injured. Thank you for reminding us.
Wait, if this is a very serious game according to Moresca, do you not think we're going to play 5 at the back?
Yeah, but we're going to have 11 players. So
okay, all right.
We only play back 5 when we're down to 10.
I'm done being sarcastic about that game. This is the last I speak of it. We'll probably see Josh play, Josh Achampong, I think. Hato needs to get some minutes, so maybe he goes in at left back and we see Josh Achampong. I wouldn't that would be a wholesale change of the back line. I don't think Moresca is gonna go too completely different. So maybe Chalobah or Tosin actually play. And then we see Josh Achampong come in maybe alongside Chalobah or Tosin. Because I don't think he'd change the whole back line. Is what I'm saying.
I mean, the only question mark with Tosin starting is, you know, he's basically had a full game against United, had a full game against Bayern, another full game potentially coming up against Lincoln, or at least a start, and you know he's going to start against Brighton. So is that a risk worth taking, or is anyone else who can fill those shoes? Especially because it's Lincoln again. Like I'm not sitting here trying to disrespect them because I know what can happen. We've seen it, but this is one of those games where you would have to think, even without being able to do some of those progressive passes, like we've got to have enough to open these teams up, no?
Yeah, maybe. I'm just thinking that's going to be a completely different lineup, a completely different back line to ones we've seen. So I don't know. Who else do we have available though? Because Badiashile isn't quite ready, is he? He's been in training, but he's not necessarily fit, unless he is fit and he may be ready to start in this game. What do you think?
Well, Banishill's not available. Lavia's not available.
Well,
Fofana is injury prone, and I just don't see him getting a game after playing so recently, and he's only just recovered from his injury. Don't disrespect Uncle Tossin like that, Steve. Don't do that. That is blatant disrespect. I will not be having it. This is your first warning. Thank you very much, Gemma, for the kind message. It's very kind. Enjoy the rest of your evening. See, that's the kind of message I want, Steve. Positive affirmations, positivity, not all this. What is this? Game is Uncle Tossin's level. Don't disrespect the uncle. He's like the godfather of Chelsea right now. Although not a lot to shout about in the past couple of weeks. So, yeah, maybe I'll keep my mouth shut. But, yeah, I definitely go Achimpong. Achimpong for me. I don't know if do you have anything against that one?
No.
And then I'm seeing Hatto. I'm seeing Hatto in the comments, but I mean, if Hatto's going to be anywhere, he's going to be on the left. He's not going to be in the middle. So you still have a gap. So I mean, Hatto and then Achimpong. Who do you put in that gap?
Well, like I said, I think it's going to be one of the players we've seen, either Chalobah or no, actually maybe Tosin. Maybe Stephen's right. Maybe Tosin does play.
Big up.
Because like I said, I think you just throw in a defender who's at least had some game time rather than making a complete change to the back line. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of profile, that's the only option. It just depends if Moresca, is willing to lose the profile and basically go with a centre-back who's not able to spring the ball forward, those progressive passes. Right, we're moving on to the midfield now. So Caicedo can't play. Enzo, don't see any reason why he should be playing.
No.
Lavia's injured. Asuga's injured. Santos is available.
Santos starts, no?
That seems like a pretty standard bet. Would you have him on the left or the right?
Well, that depends on who else we're going to go for. I mean, if Moresca hinted at the fact that we could have potentially some academy players in the mix, could we see maybe one of our academy players get a start in our midfield, maybe alongside Santos?
Any academy players in particular?
Well, we played? I can't remember. Is it Raksaki that we saw play quite a few times last year for us? He seems all right. Do people remember Raksaki? He was a midfielder, wasn't he? He played in a few of our cup games, and
he played away in
the Conference League against.
Did he play in Kazakhstan? I'm sure he played.
Did he play? Yeah, he did actually.
And he was very good. He was very good in that game. I remember. Yeah.
So maybe he could start alongside Santos, and then you'd probably have Buonanotte starting ahead of them.
I think that's probably a good shout. Definitely, Santos and Buonanotte is obvious. Guys, let us know in the comments if there's any youth players you think should be featuring. We'll go with Raksaki to start. We can always change it.
If Moresca hinted at the fact that he's probably going to utilise our academy, then that's probably who he's going to go for.
Yeah. I mean, in fairness, there's still enough. No, let's be fair. That's like a full lineup change in a lot of ways, isn't it? I'm already looking around like, Jesus Christ. That is Conference League right there. How do I spell Buonanotte?
Buonanotte.
Had it.
There you go.
Buonanotte. Right. Any disagreements in the chat? Let's have a look. Am I going to the game tomorrow? Yes, I am going. Is that his brother?
Is it actually his brother? Oh no, sorry, Raksaki. Is it actually? Where does his brother play?
They've got the same face on the.
Oh, his brother. Wait, what? Yeah, no, it's Samuel. It's Samuel.
He just doesn't have a face.
Yeah, no, it's Samuel Raksaki. He must play for a different team.
All right. Well, they all got a faceless player.
Oh no! Can't believe we picked.
Right, Gittins should play Santos, Enzo for me, he's got to be rested, guys.
No, Enzo needs to rest.
Gittins and Garnacho should play. Wastage of money for Gittins, really. I'm with you on that. Overspent too much.
I mean, I think Garnacho or Gittins definitely start, right?
I think that, oh God, who starts on the left?
So Esteval starts on the right, and then either Garnacho or Gittins on the left. And maybe for this one, he might opt for Garnacho. We haven't seen the guy start.
Yeah, 100%. I need someone who can actually cause some problems. Gittins is not that guy right now.
Yeah, and then to be fair, that's a pretty balanced front line so far.
And then we're going to go with Tyreek George up front.
I mean, we're not going to go, but Moresca's going to go with Tyreek George, yeah.
Any other options, anyone?
Well, no, because it's either him or Mark Hugh, isn't it? No one else can play that.
Oh, God. I'm literally scrolling on Chelsea's website knowing that I'm not going to see anyone else.
Mate.
All right, fine. What are we thinking? Oh,
What?
yeah. That's what I'm looking for. Shmueka. Yeah.
There you go.
That is exactly. How do I spell his name? Mueka.
Make sure you pick the right one.
Is it?
Mueka. Did he play in the Conference League?
Yes, there you go, Mueka. He played in Kazakhstan as well, but he had no service. So it was kind of a difficult watch in terms of his performance. Like if you're not being fed as a striker, it's going to be difficult, isn't it? Yeah, that's a lot more attractive to me. Just seeing Shmueka in there and Raksaki. That's a rotation that we can get behind because we saw it last season. If we're looking at Tyreek George, I'm sorry, that's just not for me. Not for me. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing George on the left. Like I think he's an okay player, but
no, I mean
when I look at all the other options, I don't pick George over those players.
Yeah, but Moresca will, mate. So what does it matter, Alex, what you think, huh?
Oh, that's another one. Reggie Walsh. Reggie. I would rather see Reggie than Raksaki, if I'm honest.
Well, yeah, Reggie. Is he still around? What is happening with Reggie?
Yeah, Reggie's at school, isn't he? He's
doing his GCSEs.
I'll change that. That's brilliant. Kira Walsh. No, I'm looking for men. Reggie Walsh, Chelsea under 15. Damn.
Kira Walsh will do a job for us in midfield. I'll tell you that.
I've been watching more women's games. I've actually I have been watching more. I've never been a massive fan of women's football, if I'm honest, but I've definitely tried to open my mind up to it, and I enjoyed watching. What games did I watch? I watched Aston Villa, and I watched
the Villa game, yeah,
and I watched the City game as well, and I really enjoyed watching the City game. That was a great performance.
Yep. Wow, that's what it feels like to win the league every year.
Yeah, it's just that's just how it is. I mean, wouldn't that be nice? But no, I mean, Chelsea ladies that they have actually got some serious pride for the fan base. If you do watch the ladies, then big up to you. I think it's good to show support in all ways. I mean, there's some people that go out and watch the under 21s as well on a regular basis. And if you have a job and you're able to do all of this, then I don't know where you find the time, because I struggle watching Chelsea as it is, let alone all this other stuff. But yeah, so let's go through it, Nina. Backline, how confident are you feeling? And we include Jorgensen in that.
Should be good enough, yeah. Should be good enough not to concede.
Are we overlapping Gusto?
Well, based off the choices we've made, yeah. Yeah. Okay. And I actually see that being quite a nice dynamic there with Esteval, because I mean Esteval is so great in that respect as well, and he's fast. I feel like there's a lot of pace down that right hand side. Can't say so much on the left because I mean we've watched Hato one game, we've barely seen Garnacho, so It's more difficult to say, but yeah, that right-hand side could be where all the danger comes from, essentially.
I think what's going to happen, I think we swap Santos with Walsh, and I think that we see Gusto coming up. Like, I love moving it. Look at that. It's like a proper gaffer. And
do you
then
feel like a proper manager?
Yeah, I do feel like a proper manager now. And then I think you see a bit of link up there, maybe Santos. You know, he's there in support. I wouldn't put Reggie Walsh on the right just because I don't really want him to go. I think Reggie Walsh is good when he's slightly deeper. I mean, in terms of doing the simple things, like I'm not sitting here saying I've watched a million Reggie Walsh games, but we watched him against, who was it? Ugarden? Was it Ugarden?
I can't remember.
I think it was Ugarden. And he was so good at doing the basics. There's nothing better than seeing a young player do the simple things well. And there's nothing worse than seeing a player who needs to release the ball at a certain time or, you know, go into the space at a certain time and he doesn't do it. And I just felt like Reggie Walsh ticked all of those boxes. So I feel like that would be a very interesting dynamic with him on the field. I think that obviously Santos has a point to prove as well. Let me reset this. Yeah, Buonanotte, he certainly needs to show, and I think Garnacho will create. I think he will create some chances. If there's going to be a goal scorer in this game, it's from one of our wingers. I think it's Esteval or Garnacho. But
yeah,
like pound for pound, even our youngest players,
well,
they're all better.
You just know Esteban and Garnacho are dying to score goals right now for us. Do you know what I mean? They're going to be so ready to go. They're both starting. This is the front nine. I don't doubt that we're going to be absolutely tearing it apart if we're in good form.
Can I see Rodgers at Chelsea? Probably not. What about you, Nina?
What, Villa's Rodgers?
Yeah.
Probably not.
No, I don't see that. I'll tell you what, though. If they continue having the season that they have been and they need to raise funds, then there is a conversation to be had about Morgan Rodgers' future because he is a good player and he needs to be in a place where he's appreciated. But when Anotte's on loan, Palmer's obviously out. João Pedro's a striker / a 10. Is there an argument that maybe Rodgers could come in because we know he could play on the left? And he can play as a 10 as well. So I don't think that's a terrible fit in terms of profile.
I mean, yeah, actually, when you look at it from that side of things, potentially. I don't know. Buonanotte is so young and so raw. He's good and he's got some bright sparks, but I don't know. But it's in our best interest to give these guys time to come good. But with Rodgers, at least you know it's seamless settling. That's probably a big positive.
It's true. It's true. Smash that like button if you haven't already, guys. Subscribe to the channel as well. Listen, we should be, I don't even know what the likes are, but whatever they are, let's get them up. Big up to everyone.
People.
Yeah, big up to everyone on all platforms. We've got just over 300 people all over as it stands. Listen, my score prediction, Nina. I know you don't like score predictions because then if you get it wrong, you look a bit silly. But I love
no, not even that. I'm so bad at score predictions. I think the last score prediction I got right was like in 2023 or something.
Nah, but it's not easy to get score predictions.
Yeah, and I don't like it because I hate giving a score prediction against Chelsea. I just don't have it in me.
But if that's what you see, Nina, you've got to say it how it is. I mean, are you saying we could lose this game?
No, don't you do that to me. I'm saying about in general. No, fine. You want a score prediction? I'm gonna go 4-1.
4-1. And who scores?
From this lineup we've selected here, I'm gonna go Esteval. I'll go Santos. I'll give Esteval one more actually. And then I'll say a cheeky goal from our defence as well. Maybe like a Malagusto goal I'm seeing.
You know, I found out today, and please look this up, guys. Please look this up. I haven't looked this up yet. Apparently, Malagusto has never scored a professional goal.
No, he hasn't. I
That's
mean,
what one of my mates said that to me today. I was like, what?
That's not true.
When was the last time? Have you ever seen Gusto score a goal for Chelsea?
Yeah, sure.
Which
What?
game?
Wait.
Hey, listen, I'm just saying what I was. I'll please fact check, please.
Wait, what do you mean? Someone tell me that Alex is wrong in the chat right now.
He hasn't.
He's
He's never scored a goal.
Oh my god! Well, I'm calling it. Malagos
Hang on.
first goal.
Jay says he scored last season. Who did he
Yeah,
score
he
against?
must have done. Who did he score against?
It was a rebound off the. Was it his goal though? Was the goal given to? Was it the goal?
Surely, Alex, he has scored. Wait, I need to fact check this. No way.
If this turns out that he has scored, then I need to stop listening to my friend, because I'm getting some seriously bad information. I'm just trusting.
Wait, hang on a minute.
Michael says I'm right. Gemma says I'm wrong. Minho says I'm right. Jay says I'm wrong.
Oh, guys, come on! I need an actual answer here. Why can't I find anything?
The goal was given as an own goal.
Oh, poor Malagusto.
So if I was, look, I'm not encouraging anyone to gamble, but if I was a betting man, I would not be putting money on Gusto to score, because it never happens.
Oh my god, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Wait.
I was shocked when I found out as well.
I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight after finding that out.
It did make me realize when I found that out, I was like, the amount of times that I see him lining up to take a shot and people around me in the stands are like, please don't shoot. And now I understand why they say that, because he never, ever scored, ever.
Mm-hmm. Well,
like, you know, when Reece James
has
like Reece James has half a chance, and you know that guy can bang it in the net. Like, you know he can. I know that Cucurella can score a goal. But that is one thing about Gusto that, as much as I love him, I have to admit, that guy in front of goal, that's not one that I that's not the one for me. Which is a shame, really, because in terms of his attacking play, obviously
that really yeah. Because he's got a great assist on him, and if he's got a great assist on him, then that means his precision is fine. Like, does he just not take shots at goal? He does take shots at goal.
No, he does. I mean, this is part of the joke, I guess. Really, is that he's trying to score.
Oh, stop it! My sympathy levels for Malagusto are just through the roof now. He's suddenly become my second best player at Chelsea at this moment. I'm rooting for him every time. In fact, I need to maybe get him on the back of my shirt or something in support of him.
Well, I'll tell you what, Nina. Why don't you just go to the Lincoln game, and then you can give him some support then. There is a spare, if I'm not wrong. There is a spare.
Is there?
Yeah.
Shall I go to Lincoln tomorrow, guys? Maybe I should. Yeah, let me see what my day is looking like tomorrow. Maybe
what is your day looking like? Why not? Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Okay. I can't believe that about Malagusto. It's really shocked me. But anyway.
Well, if you want to go to, if you're open to going to Lincoln, I can definitely help.
Yeah. Maybe, Alex, maybe.
Maybe it always means no.
No, not true. Maybe means maybe, but it might be tight. I've got a bit of a busy day. We'll see how it goes.
What are you doing, Nina? What's so important that you're not going to watch Chelsea?
Hey. No, I'm obviously going to watch Chelsea. I always will watch Chelsea. I'm just saying getting to Lincoln might be a bit tight. I will always be there to watch Chelsea.
What's the plan then?
Well, I've got some work to do during the day.
What time do you finish work?
Well, that's the thing. I have to see. I have to find out, Alex.
What?
Put me under
What do
pressure
you have
here.
to find out?
Well, I get to pick what I do, so.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
What do you do, Nina?
You don't want to know.
Well, I was going to say, if you do, let me know, because
Yeah, no, I will. I'll let you know.
When will you let me know? Because the game's tomorrow.
Well, maybe when we end this live, Alex. Maybe not right now. Maybe once we end this live stream.
Put it in the chat. Should Nina go to the game? Yes or no?
Steve Malagusto score.
Put her on the spot.
Chelsea.
And we'll get a plastic, not plastic.
No, we get a cardboard.
Cardboard box and write Gusto, I love you, or whatever it is you want to write.
Gusto, I love you. Oh no.
He'll definitely give you a shirt because it's such a small crowd.
Yeah, true. Actually, what's the stadium capacity at Lincoln?
10.
10.
That's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
That is. Oh, also, fun fact. Do you know when the last time we went to play Lincoln City was?
I don't.
It was 6 years after we were founded.
1911.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mad, isn't it?
And what was the score?
I don't know, actually. Let me find out. Chelsea, Lincoln.
Gangalamu. I don't know what kind of fans you think we are, but we're perfectly capable of doing a midweek and then going to a game on a Saturday as well.
It's like we have to crawl through the trenches. Yeah, Alex, tell them how you went to the Club World Cup, then got back, then went again, went on holiday, came back, was season ready, right? Made it happen.
I was so happy when I saw the Premier League lineup, even the. Oh, no, not the Champions League game because Bayern was away, but basically the whole month was in London, and I was like, thank God. Honestly, if we would have had Newcastle away or Sunderland, flipping Burnley,
that would have been crazy.
Oh my God! Oh, it's just brutal, isn't it? It's just brutal. Also, like money. Let's not even the amount of money it costs.
Also, did you see how? I mean, not just because of how terrible Saturday was, but the coach that people took from Stamford Bridge was late. Their ETA was 5:36, and Sanchez had already been sent off before they even got into the ground.
Really?
Yeah, I saw it on Gemma and Leonie's story. I felt so bad for them.
Oh, they were in the coach.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Why was the coach late?
Being soaked and drenched. I don't know.
I heard that on the way back, the coach driver basically said, I'm done. I'm not doing any more of the shift.
See you later.
Honestly, and then he parked up, and then another coach driver had to take over. That's what I heard. Alex, Nina, you had 3 tough games. Rest tomorrow and see. Stop giving me all of this nonsense. Who are you, gang? I don't want to offend anyone. I'm not even gonna fucking rest.
But no, what's your score prediction though? You didn't say.
I was on the train for I was on the train. In terms of travel, it took me 16 hours to get to Munich.
That's mental.
And a further, probably longer, 17, 18 hours to get back to my house in England, because as soon as I got to London, obviously I didn't land, we were on the train. There was train strikes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's just fantastic. So all of this taking a break. Listen, the only thing that needs a break is my bank account, and it's not getting a break. Has the rent been paid? No. Has the Chelsea Champions League bundle been paid? Absolutely. So that's my life story right now.
I love it.
Hopefully,
oh my God!
Hopefully the landlord's not watching.
How exciting is it that Jose's coming back to Stamford Bridge? We didn't get to talk about it.
That's going to be awesome.
Cool.
I've said to my dad, I've asked if I can sit in his seats for that game because he's behind the gantry.
So you can give him a wave.
No, but like, just cool, isn't it? Like, I've never been behind Mourinho in the gantry. And also because he's brand new and it's his first Champions League game back, it's just there is going to be an aura. And I reckon the Chelsea fans will give him I reckon they'll clap him. Yeah, I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
Because I mean we've been pretty nasty to him in the past.
I mean, yeah, but
When he was at United.
But he knows we love him well and truly. And when he comes back to Stamford Bridge, it'll be such a good welcome, won't it?
I hope so. Becky said, Alex, I think winning tomorrow will boost our momentum. I'm a Fenerbahce fan. Jose didn't leave on good terms. That's true.
Oh, yeah, well.
You know, that's Mourinho, isn't it? That's how it is. So, you know, you kind of just have to go. Gemma says you should go. Harry said you should go. Minho says, of course.
Yes, guys. I think we
yes.
should.
Teddy said yes.
We'll make it happen. What time's kickoff? 7:45, right?
It's a late kickoff, Nina. You're going to be fine.
So then, what time are you getting? Where are you getting the train from? Paddington?
Reading.
Oh, Reading.
Yeah, Reading.
And then straight to, is it Lincoln? Is that the station?
If I'm not wrong, I'm going via Birmingham, but I don't know if that's the same way you would go. I presume the train station is just Lincoln train station. Let's just double check that. Lincoln. Never ever put that in on my maps ever in my life, but
yeah, it's such a random place.
As a first time for it, it's like Burnley, isn't it? Why would you visit Burnley if it wasn't for the football? What would be the reason to do that? No disrespect to Burnley or anything like that, but you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
So I am. God, where the fuck is this? So there's quite a few different routes. For whatever reason, Cam's given me a route that seems to take me a little bit longer, but I guess that's so we can meet each other on the train. I'm going to Reading and then Birmingham. I don't really understand that. What's your game plan?
Well, I'm just seeing the trains. That's my game plan. Yeah, it should be fine. To be fair, Lincoln is, where is it? It's just below Sheffield, isn't it? Just above Nottingham.
A little bit to the right on the map.
Okay. It's in such a random place. I didn't even know that was where Lincoln was, to be honest. My geography is not great.
No, nobody. That's not a question that you would have been asked.
I'll make it happen. Yeah. Everyone's convinced me now. I also predicted the Malagusto goal, only to go and find out he's never scored a goal. Now it just feels like I need to be there to see Malagusto score.
You've honestly got to make that cardboard poster now. You've got to.
Then I'll literally be one of those fangirls that carry the cardboard.
Yes. I think that would be great. I think that'd be. I'll hold that up with you. It'll be funny if he'll give me the shirt and then I'll just walk off.
Project, like when you did like show and tell in school and you held up your little artwork.
I was horrendous at art, so yeah, not my finest.
All this for me to go to Lincoln and Malagusto doesn't even feature in the
Maybe on the other side you can have another player in case he doesn't start. So on one side it can be Gusto, on another side it can be.
It will be
Garnacho.
Oh no.
All right.
I don't think I'm quite there yet to make a poster for Garnacho.
Uncle Tossin.
Yeah, with an R. That is so funny. Yeah. Oh, Esteval. It would be Steve. Steve, score.
That's a good one. Yeah, Steve. There you go.
Steve, score.
Anyway, listen, I think we're going to wrap it up there, Nina. But thanks so much for jumping on, and big up to everyone that's been watching as well. Hopefully, you've enjoyed the stream. Smash that like button if you haven't already, guys. It does make a big difference. Subscribe to Nina. Subscribe to Chelsea Fan TV as well, and we will be back with the fan camps tomorrow, and obviously all the other stuff, and hopefully we can get a result because we need a confidence boost. But I'm sure we will. I'm feeling confident. And yeah, we'll catch up very soon. All the best, guys.